Hi guys, and welcome to Heroes of the Storm PTR. If you're watching this in the present, it is March 6th, right? Yeah, it's March 6th. And a new hero has hit the PTR, the much talked about Probius, the StarCraft 2 range specialist, Protoss, Pro BB-8 Beep Boop robot. Okay, so Probius is a robot, and he's out on the PTR today. He's heckin' fun. So we're going to take a look at some of his skins and skin tints, look at his abilities and how they change, and just all that cool stuff. So to start, Probius he's a little gold probe. He's real cute. And then he comes in white, and you're kind of Aiur red. Yeah, he's a cute probe. Yeah, okay. None of these skin tints affect the units he places in the game, like his pylons or turrets. Just throwing that out there. All right, Probius got a master skin. It gives him more whirly bits, I guess. He's got whirly bits. His optics change a little bit. He's got some sweet, like carbon fiber maybe on his fins going. Okay, and that also comes in Aiur red and a silver. Yeah. Okay. So it's neat. It's just extra bits like most of the master skins, more glowy stuff. It's cute. And then his paid skin that you can get in game now is the Terran Probius. So your Jim Lanor blue. This one reminds me of Mechatacidar almost. I know it's Terran, but like look at it. He kind of looks like Mechatacidar. And then the purple and green that we kind of see with the ghost skins, the Spectre skins, like Spectre Illidan, Spectre Tracer, Spectre Nova, all have this kind of purple and green thing going on. And he's got one of those, and that's real neat. So let's go look at Probius's abilities and things in the game, in the try mode. Let's check it out. Let's jump in. Okay. So you might think that Probius is similar to Gazlo in that he puts down stuff, but he plays a little differently. He's pretty fun. Okay, so we're not going to really spend too much time looking at our talents, but we are going to look at his two ultimate abilities, and we'll start with Pylon Overcharge. All right, so how Probius does Probius things. First, let's just kind of look at him. He doesn't have poke jokes so much as a series of beeps and whistles. But what's Probius do? So your W boop, does slow, and if you shoot your Q into it, it explodes and does additional damage, okay? So it takes a couple seconds for the warp rift to arm, and then once you see it arm there, you shoot your Q into it and it does damage. Now your Q does damage all by itself, but it obviously does more damage when it detonates the center of a warp rift. So that's kind of Probius's go-to combo, I guess. You drop the warp rifts, and then you shoot your Q into it. Okay, but one thing I didn't mention and totally forgot, Probius's D warps in pylons, and he does not regenerate mana unless he is in a pylon. Pylons are killable. They're actually pretty squishy, and they're required for a lot of his abilities. We just let ours die, but that's okay. So you won't regen mana unless you're in a pylon. You might forget about your pylons until you go like I just did. You also need your pylons to power your photon cannons. They can go anywhere in the pylon's range, and it's a cool little turret that will shoot like whatever. It's got pretty decent range too. You can see he's shooting all the way back here. Okay. So those are your, you put down your pylons. You can have two to start. And then you drop your photon cannon. It lasts like 11 seconds, I believe. Okay. Probi's heroic abilities. The one that we took is going to be Pylon Overcharge. That makes these guys real big and real shiny, and they'll zap anything that gets in their range, and their range gets heckin' large when you take Pylon Overcharge. See it zapping all the way over there. Okay, and it only lasts a few seconds, and it has a 80-second cooldown. So you want to set up your pylons, set up your turrets, and then get somebody to wander into your death trap. Malphus still might kill. To wander into your death trap. Okay. Can Probius dance? That's a good question. Yes. He's actually got pretty cute. He closes his little eye, and he's like... playing music. So his dance is pretty cute. His taunt is also pretty cute. He just gets real Blue's Clues angry. Okay. So we don't have any poke jokes really to listen to. We just sort of set up our cannon. Very Protoss-y, very blue. Boom! Yay! He's got big wombo combo potential when you set up and catch people coming in. And he can do a lot of damage, like a surprising amount. He's very frail, though, so you want to stay back. Let's look at his other reset talents and look at his other alts real quick. Okay, so Null Gate is his second alt, and it is a almost skill shot drawn gate. Anything that walks through it is slowed. Let's turn off cooldowns while we're doing this. Null Gate, please. So it would be very difficult for Arthas to move, and you can sort of set up your damage then inside the Null Gate. The Null Gate has a shorter cooldown, it's 40 seconds, but maybe a little more difficult to use because placement matters, whereas if you just take Pylon Overcharge, you just press it and they start dealing damage. But kind of think of like Zul's ult. Okay. So now we're going to look at his Terran skin and see some of the differences when he goes into that, because it does have themed abilities. Arthas, who heals so much. Okay. Quit. Quit. Alright, Terran Probius. Look at the differences there, what you get for your I think it's $7. It's a $15 bundle. Alright. Then we're going to set the level to 20. Look at all of our cool stuff. And actually, I'm going to take Pylon Overcharge, and I'm going to go all the way to 20, because then you get another Pylon, and everybody loves Pylons, right, Probius? Right? So to start, your Pylons are kind of Terran-y. They're still a crystal, but you can see the outsides. Okay, his basic abilities, the W, after it arms, looks the same, and then when you shoot the Q into it, it looks pretty much the same. But the turret is also kind of Terran-y, I guess, is what we're gonna call it. Alright, just come here. I want to show you my I didn't wait for that one to activate. That's my fault. I stink. If we get Arthas, I want to show you my Pylons, man. Come on. Alright, we'll get one right here. And then these guys, and then charge them up! So it's a really similar, like it gets the rings around it. The biggest difference is just kind of the armory bits. I guess that's what we're going to call them. Look a little more Terran-y. I love his dance. It's adorable. And he gets into the little with the spins. There it is. Okay. Reset talents. And we're going to look at the Null Gate now. Again, a little bit Terran-y. Changes to the outside. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's crazy different, but it's also not a legendary skin. It's just an epic skin. So, the biggest changes are in the actual things you put down. Have a turret. Alright, and that's going to be the kind of abilities what you see when you see Probius, and he's real cute. His audio is really funny. He's got some interesting pre-game sort of interactions where he just boop beeps at people and they kind of yell at him. So worth checking out. Check out Probius on the PTR if you're in the future. Just check him out. He's neat, does a lot of damage. Null Gate.